fun. I'll be your moderator. I'm one of your Holiday Matsuri ambassadors. And today we're doing a holiday-themed voice actor panel for everybody. So we have three amazing voice actors here, and everybody knows who they are. Everybody want to welcome them on? Yeah, Todd Havercorn, Steve Bloom, Mary Elizabeth McGlynn.
Yeah, give it up for Cloud.
This is a Q&A, so if you guys have any questions, go ahead, feel free to raise your hand. Please do one question at a time, though, rather than a stack of questions. That way we can get as many people as possible. This holiday theme, I'm sure it's Sunday. I'm sure yesterday was really rough on all people. So
because he's probably going to be moving into the group.
Our neighbors are here today. You must be very
Hopefully Mike will pick them up. So.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to come down here. I've got a question. Okay. Hi, guys. Can I come sit with you? Okay. What's your name? Hi, Gabrielle. Good to see you. What's your favorite thing about Steve besides his voiceover?
He's a really nice guy.
He is. Very good. You win $1,000, ladies and gentlemen. Hi. What's your name? Emily, what do you think Mary does on her day? She doesn't have a lot of free time, but when she does, what do you think Mary Elizabeth does with her free time?
Cosplay.
She cosplays. Who do you think Mary cosplays as?
Herself.
Herself! That's right. Hi, what's your name?
Remy.
Remy?
Yes.
Where's that from?
It's actually my nickname.
Who gave that to you?
Myself.
Oh, that's actually your self-made word. What's that?
I have a question for her.
Yes.
What do you think Todd has under his hat?
The chocobo?
Screaming over.
He's sleeping right now. The gopher's sleeping. What is, if you could have Mary and Steve over to your house for dinner, what would you make them?
Ramen.
If she had you over to her house for dinner, she would make you ramen.
I would love that.
Okay, we're coming over. Where's your address? Nobody will know. It's okay.
How many times have you guys been to Japan?
I've been to Japan once.
Me too.
And was it for a project or for a pleasure?
It was for the Tokyo Anime Fair.
Okay.
So I went over there with Yutaka Maseba, who hired me, first started directing. So he was wonderful. And it was really fun. I got to go to Tokyo Disney, which actually I really wanted to do.
How is that different from the Disney here?
I remember it was kind of a gray day, so I just remember it not being as bright and colorful as the Disney here. There are palm trees and everything else, and there weren't any palm trees.
Oh, okay.
It was kind of a winter Disney.
Like a Game of Thrones type Disney.
Yes. Yes, it was a graphic. It was a stark Disney.
Okay. Now, Steve, what about you?
I was in Japan when I was not in this business. Actually, I was working for a film company, and we were selling foreign rights to sci-fi horror films like Reanimator and Ghoulies, and worked for that company.
Okay.
And I went for the Tokyo Film Festival and film sales event that they had there. So it was sort of like being in Alcatraz, because I was there for, I think, 5 days. 4 of those days, I was in a hotel room selling to the same people that we saw all year long who traveled to these different conventions.
All right.
And so I literally had 1 day in Tokyo to run around and play.
Did you, when you were sitting down and talking with companies and they're pitching ideas and things like that, and you had to let someone go or tell them, your idea is just, it sounds good, but it's not going to be a go, how do you prep yourself for an uncomfortable conversation like that? Did you have to do that, or did you send like a flying monkey or a stormtrooper? How did you handle that?
It wasn't up to me. Actually, I was the schlepper for the company. I was there to set up, do all the legwork for it, and then break everything down while everybody else went around and play. I wasn't that high up in the company at the time.
Oh, okay.
So I had a title and flew coach while everybody else was in the first class. And I was the packing boy, I was the whipping boy. I was the one who went and got coffee for the executives and stuff. So it wasn't very glamorous.
Well, but the thing about it is, though, you sat coach and everyone else sat first class. When the plane, if the plane ever went down, they would die first.
That's true.
Okay, I'm gonna come back over here. I'm gonna.
Sorry,
no,
Richard.
I like seeing you guys. Okay, let's see. Oh,
You
you look.
totally fell down on you right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, you look awesome. What is going on here?
It's prosthetic makeup.
How long did this take you to do?
About 2 hours this morning.
You look fantastic. You look
Thank
like.
you.
Have you ever seen that National Enquirer where it's like the kid that grew hair all over their face?
No, I haven't seen that one.
That's because that's you. You were taking the photo. You didn't get to see it from you. And so, is this the first time you've done this?
I did it at MetroCon one day.
Just for a day. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot to do. Does this irritate your skin at the end of the day?
Not particularly, but it takes a while to get off.
Takes a while to get up. Do you do it by yourself?
Yes.
Now, do you walk around and you look at other people that have kind of fantastic things on their costume and you're like, I'm doing it better than you. I'm huge. You're not. You don't and you just walk around and you're like, oh, that's pretty good. I learned something from that. Or do you think everyone needs to learn from you because this is awesome?
I think people need to not have hair in my eyes like I do.
All right. Well, it looks great. Thank you for suffering for your art. You look awesome.
Thank you.
Now, I have a question for you.
Okay.
If Mary Elizabeth, Mary, she has a twin sister. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
I just taught you something.
Woo!
What foreign country would you like to go to one day?
Japan.
You want to go to Japan? I have a feeling you're going to need to go with them because they're going to be really good guides. Mary, what place would you like to go to that you haven't been yet?
Fiji. I want to go to Fiji really badly and stay in a place called Turtle Island for a couple of weeks.
Steve?
And Bali. I want to go to Fiji and Bali.
Pack your bags, Steve. You guys are going to Fiji.
Yes! I have 2 tickets right here.
Yeah.
You're going to Fiji and you're going to Fiji.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Silence going straight to Fiji, non-stop. It's shaped like a cat.
I pulled out 2 tickets to Fiji and I'm like, okay, we have the DNA results. Steve, you're the father, but you're both going to Fiji.
Actually, they're thinking of doing a train from London all the way through Europe and Russia that ends in Japan. It's going to be like an Orient Express kind of thing, but through Russia, so the Russian Express, I don't know. But I would love to do that someday. I think that would be amazing.
Awesome. Yeah, Fiji would be cool. I eat a lot of their apples, so I feel like... Where would you go, Steve, if you could go to like a foreign land you haven't been to?
Well, I would go third to Fiji first. And then he would go to Africa, probably. I would go to Africa.
Oh, right on. Very cool.
Where are you going this year, Todd? Are you going anywhere special?
I am going to go to Thailand and take care of some elephants.
Yeah!
To a sanctuary out there. It's going to be very hot. Yay, summer.
Are you going for Christmas?
Not for Christmas. It's going to go at the end of March. I'm going to go for about a week and a half to 2 weeks and just take care of elephants and feed them and bathe them and play with them and just, make sure their life's going okay.
So they're not bathing until you get there?
Not all, they're saving up. They're saving up. And so, because I already fostered an elephant in Nairobi at a sanctuary out there, and I checked it all out. And you got to make sure when you donate to these charities that they're legit and the money goes where it says it's going to go. And I actually know some people that we all know that have been there. They've actually been to the sanctuary. So I was like, okay, I'll donate to that.
You're in town,
They've been to the Thailand one, right?
I think so.
This one.
This is a tiger sanctuary too.
They've been to, that's where they got the tiger pictures.
Yeah.
See, I want to do that too. I want to take care of all the animals. Are there animal lovers in here? Is there anyone that hates cats and dogs in here?
No.
Oh, this is it. Why? All right, I just had to get it.
Go for it.
I did a couple questions.
They're smarter than people.
I know.
Data dogs are smarter than owls.
Okay. Here we go. Hi, guys.
Todd Everett, join us.
Anybody have any questions? Please raise your hands. Steven Universe.
My question's for Todd. Who's your favorite character to voice?
My favorite character to voice, I think, has to be Natsu, because if you're going to do 276 episodes of a character, that better be your favorite. I really like that.
Hi, my name is, I'm Lauren. I went to Tampa Bay Comic Con last year in 2015. I don't know if you remember me. I was the Armin that asked what color your socks were.
My socks?
Yeah, I went to your socks again this year.
Spicy.
They have skull and crossbones on them.
I like
Oh, let's see.
Next question?
Hi guys, this is a question for all of you since holiday theme. My family's tradition for Christmas is usually to watch A Muppet's Christmas, and I was wondering what are your traditions if you have any?
Steve Arena, what are your traditions?
I love Elf.
Yeah!
And I especially love it now that I've gotten to know Maurice LaMarche. Remember when he belched? You heard that? That was Maurice LaMarche. He was the voice of Brain from Pinky and the Brain. I didn't know that when I first saw that. And he does that for us in sessions. It's really great. He's the sweetest guy. He's very well composed, and then all of a sudden he'll just and the microphone, the walls will flex.
There's something on Christmas Eve, my family all sings. We're sort of a one-trap family. We get together and we all sing. We always have our whole lives. And we do 4-part harmonies, and we get a group of people together and go Christmas caroling around our neighborhood. And then we Christmas carol over to Michelle Ruff's house. If you know Michelle Ruff, she's a very wonderful voice actor as well. We have something called Flatbed Santa. It's the oldie Christmas caroling truckie that comes through, but it's so huge that it looks like it's on a flatbed, so we always call him Flatbed Santa. So we will carol all the way to see Flatbed Santa and get tipsy with nog and whiskey and punch and everything else, and then we'll Christmas carol all the way home, and then we do our crappy gift exchange on Christmas Eve. Crappy gift exchange. We do crappy gift exchange, crappy gift exchange.
With horrible sweaters, too.
Yes. Oh, we wear the worst sweaters and wonderful hats. So the thing is to get, because my grandparents were English, and a tradition for Christmas is Christmas hats. So we have lots and lots and lots of silly, wonderful Christmas hats. We have a collection.
And we have a little miniature Christmas tree with poop on it.
The Homer Simpson lights, heads.
Well,
Homer Simpson.
because it was a crappy Christmas party, the first year that I did, I think it was the first year that I did it with you, I actually looked online and I found plastic poop in different shapes. So I had like a question mark and a peace sign and Mr. Hanky, every kind of plastic poop that I could find, and pinned it onto a shirt. And afterwards I took them all off and we put it on this tree.
Decorated the tree.
That's our tree every year with the light up homers and lots of poop.
My mom, we don't do anything. She never did anything for me, for us. We were single parent home, and she was working all the time, and I spent a lot of time babysitters. So we didn't do anything. But she says hi on Christmas, and so that's cool. But I see the posts on Facebook and stuff, and I like those, and if you like enough of those, it's almost as if you're there. So like, what else? For me, I try to, for my little clone, I try to make his really special.
Yeah.
And so what I try to do is do a lot of fun experiences. For Christmas gifts, I try to give experiences. And so I do that, and this week we're gonna do horseback riding and indoor skydiving and
Yes.
all that fun stuff.
Yes.
So yeah.
Good.
Maybe one day a treat.
I didn't get Christmas till I was a grown up.
Oh really?
Actually, yeah, I was raised Jewish and my parents wouldn't let me. So my friend had a huge Christmas tree with his family. I had to sneak over to his house to help him decorate it. But since I'm an adult, I like it.
Yeah.
It's just a nice time of year.
It is. It's beautiful. I used to sing in the choir when I was a kid and do the whole. It was wonderful. So the Hallelujah chorus is one of my favorite things. Everybody stands up and sings. And it's awesome. It's amazing. It's wonderful. It's just the music this time of year I think is really what is so wonderful. I mean, there's whether you're simply having a wonderful Christmas time or you're singing the Alleluia chorus, you know, there's just some wonderful, wonderful music.
Or Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
I feel like I can imagine like your parents busting and go, Stephen, what are you doing? Decorating a tree?
Exactly that.
Yeah, really?
Exactly that. They finally let us have a Hanukkah bush, which was a piece of driftwood they had in the house. They had this sort of ornamental piece of driftwood, and we snuck out and bought these blue Christmas balls and tinsel, and we decorated that. And my mom finally let us. She fought with my dad until he let us do it. So that was cool. But yeah, they were pretty strict about that back then.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, she was all right with me. I'm okay with it.
Jesus, he's my friend.
Hi guys, happy holidays.
Thank
Hi,
you. Happy
you
holidays.
too.
I just wanted to know what like first pushed you into voice acting or first like gave you the idea to go into voice acting?
What gave us the idea to go into voice acting? Man.
I was an on-camera actor. I was saved by every sort of B or C list actor on the planet, from Scott Bakula to Lorenzo Lamas to Chuck Norris. Whoa, whoa. And then I was on Xena, Warrior Princess, and of course I was being hanged on, reared up, and fell on top of me and dislocated my kneecap. So I came back to LA, and I was sort of incapacitated for a little while. And a guy named Peter Spellos introduced me to Yutaka Maseba and Zero Limit Productions. It's the company that did Akira. And I started doing voiceover for them, and that was it. A year, 2 years later, they gave me Cowboy Bebop to direct. And I never looked back. I was like, ooh, this is what I'm supposed to do. So I went there thinking I was going to be an on-camera actor. I was never really happy doing it, but it led me to what I was supposed to be doing, which was this. Now I'm here with you guys.
For me, I got started in stage, and then that led into on camera, and I did that for a long time. And actually, VO was the last little piece of the puzzle. And I had just gotten out of college. Mary and I actually went to the same college. And I had just gotten out of college, and I was working full-time as an actor already, but my mom really drilled into me that that was not what I should have been doing. So she goes, why can't you be a doctor or a dentist, son? And I said, Mom, I don't want to do this. She goes, look at your great uncle and his kids. They are dentists. I go, yeah, but they have arranged marriages. Anyway. No. They did. My great uncle bought them a dentistry, and then he was at the reception desk screening the women that would come in, and he would like earmark them and be like, you're going to marry them and you're going to marry them, and they did. But that didn't happen with me. And so I had gotten out of college at 20, and then I said, well, I probably need to go get a job because my mom said I need to, even though I was already working full time. So I went and became a teacher, and I taught theater arts for a little bit, about a year and a half, 2 years. And so as I was doing that, I was getting more and more VO work. I had done Barney, I was Mr. Knickerbocker, and then that kind of led into VO strangely. And then it came to this point where I was getting so much, luckily so much VO work that I was like, okay, I really can't do teaching justice and on camera and VO. I need to make a choice. And I felt like I was not doing the kids a great service because I was always so exhausted. I was so tired, and I felt so bad. Like I run into some students later that became fans and stuff, and they said, you were the best teacher, this and that. And I think back, I was like, it was horrible because, I mean, I wasn't mean or anything. We did do a lot of practical things, but I was so tired that there were times when if the kids were boring in their presentation, I was like, what? A+. So I was like, I'm gonna get out of this. I can't do this. It's not fair to me. And so what actually, here's what sealed it for me. And this actually may be something for you guys. If you're wondering, should I go for what I love, or should I stay in this seemingly good, nice, structured thing? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Some people love that, and that's what they love. I was walking down the hallway, and there was a teacher who'd been teaching at that school for 30 years, walking the other way. And I looked at him, and he looked beaten down. He just like staring at the ground, walking, and I talked to him and I said, hey man, what's up? What's going on? He goes, just, another day. And I said, well, if you could do anything, what would you do? And he goes, it's too late. I've already put all my eggs in this basket. And so I was like, I'm out. I'm out. And got out, but not before winning Teacher of the Year. And the principal, who didn't like me because he didn't like theater, had to read that over the overhead speaker. You can hear the little pause. He was like, and the winner for Best Teacher of the Year is Mr. Todd Havercorn. But then I got out and I told the kids goodbye and then went into voice acting full time, and it just luckily kind of worked out.
Wow. Steve's story actually disproves that guy that it's never too late.
That's true. I got him because of free food, actually. I was working at that same film company. It's called Empire Entertainment at the time. And I was working in the mailroom, and I was a starving musician. I was playing in an R&B band, 15-piece stage band, and I wasn't that good. But I loved it. I loved playing music, and so this was what I used to support myself. And in the mailroom, the head of the mailroom was casting for a Japanimation program called The Guyver. And I had the deepest voice in the room, and he needed a creature. And so he asked if I would come and audition. Everybody else in the building, in fact, everybody else in Hollywood is an actor in some form or another. I was literally the only one who didn't have acting training. And so I didn't really want to do it. I was very intimidated, but he offered me free breakfast and lunch on a Saturday. And he said if I got the job, they'd pay me $7 a line to record this creature. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. You pay me to make noises that I make in my bathroom? This is amazing. I went on a Saturday, and they showed me some footage, and it was a creature called a zoonoid, and he was ripping the arm off of another creature and beating him with it or something. And he said, what would that sound like, and can you match the lip flaps of the creature doing this? And I just looked at the screen and went, and they went, all right, you're hired. And I ended up doing 26 episodes on the show, and they eventually gave me the role of the main bad guy on the show. And I don't know why they did that, but I basically learned on the job, because in those days, they brought all of the actors in at one time. There were like 20 people in the room, and we just sort of step up to the microphone and then kind of come back. And I got to watch some of the best actors in LA doing this work, and I basically was just taking notes and copying everything they did and absorbing it all. And it was just a natural thing for me. It was something I never thought I could make a living at, and I didn't. I stayed with that same film company for almost 15 years. Became an executive. I was the head of marketing at that film company. And I had a corner office on Hollywood and Vine, and it became really corporate and ugly and mean. And that company had started out really fun and like a little guerrilla filmmaking company. We all loved each other. It was super creative, and it wasn't that anymore. And so at 40 years old, I booked a 7-Eleven commercial, and I quit my job and decided to do voiceover full time. And then the union went on strike, and I was had to work for a year and a half, and took on other jobs. I was working 3 jobs to support my voice acting habit. It became sort of like my secret little pleasure on the side. And I wasn't sure if I could ever make a living at it, but like Todd was saying, I was doing what I loved to do, and I didn't really care if I made money at it. And I do care that I make money at it now, because I like that part too. That's good. But that's never been my focus in the industry, and I think that's gone a long way for my career, because I still love doing it as much today as I did back then. Every time I walk into that room, or every time I work with people like this, I go, wow, I can learn something from you guys, and they make me laugh.